I'm just so tired of these people going like, yeah, it's a fortune. It costs millions just because the circle of the top VTubers are spending more on the models than my house and everything I own cost combined. Dudes, I am so confused. Let me maneuver over here. Chat, make room. I'm coming over, chat. All right, let's get ready. Maybe we understand more after watching this, because I am so confused. Like people pointing around and just like, that's a racist and it's a big and a grifter, and yeah, people just like, you know, Twitter in a nutshell, basically. But yeah, let's go.
Recently, there's been a little bit of a situation going on with Powdur. Now, if you don't know, Powdur is, a VTuber who's been pretty on and off lately. I'm pretty sure she did have a little bit of a break recently, but I've talked to her a couple of times. She's been very, very nice. And yeah, it seems like, you know, she's been involved in a little bit of, I guess, not controversy, but I guess some company calling her out, or I say company.
I wouldn't even call this controversy. I wouldn't even call this that. Is it just an artist who... I know that Powdur, like me, has a lot of people that attack her for no particular reason. It's just the way it is, right? Some people just love to hate you. That's all it is. They can't even explain why, nor can they actually point to the evidence that whatever they claim is actually happening, right? People crashing out over Powdur still. Again, I guess, yeah.
Artist or whatever you want to call it. Calling her out, and essentially, yeah, Powdur actually uploaded this kind of short thing up on Twitter, which got 5.7 million views and 29,000 likes, which again,
and even more like on YouTube, because Asmongold also covered this, so I think it has like millions and millions of views on YouTube Shorts. It's like going crazy, and yeah,
is pretty crazy, right? This blew up pretty massively, and I think the comment that we're about to go into as well was the thing that also helped it get even further from the initial massive boost that it got. But this is essentially the clip that was posted on her Twitter.
Oh no, you're a racist. And question mark? If that's their way of attacking someone for standing up for their country and their people, then so be it. That doesn't offend me at all.
So basically, that's it, right? A lot of people just like, you're a racist. And again, it's like turning Amelia into a fat for loving her country. Powdur basically just tweets out about this and kind of like, you know, turns this into content. And then people get like, oh my God, she's such a racist. And her response is basically, okay, so you think like that, and what? Right? And what? Am I supposed to care that you just point this out? And can you show me any evidence? Can you like, basically she's just like, I don't need to defend myself for you putting me in this drawer. Right?
Oh yeah.
So yeah, obviously she kind of addresses people, you know, calling people racist over stuff, and essentially saying, you know, it's not a big deal to her if, you know, she's standing up for her country and whatever. And some people, including the actual designer or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, that's right. Great Mighty Kevin got it right. Who cares what people think? It's the same basically that happened to me. People just like, she's a racist. And what am I supposed to like defend myself against morons that just like spewing bullshit out? Huh?
For this model that she is using right here, because this is a little bit different from her other model. Yeah, essentially they did actually respond to this post. Their name is Chalice Kokoda, I think that is what it's called. And essentially what they do is they make a ton of different models, right? Like this one, for example, which is a customizable VTuber model. Now, if you don't know what a customizable VTuber model is, it is essentially a model that you can change about and kind of customize it to your choice.
My question is this: why would an artist release a customizable model where you know a lot of different customers are going to have access to this and purchase this and do whatever, like create however they what colors they like, what you can change it into whatever. And if you have a problem with I don't know, making a model public, then and whatever you're allowed to say and not, then maybe you shouldn't release such a release it, like make it public. Then rather make just custom models, and then you can choose your customers and go like, yeah, I specifically don't want to work with this and this artist, right? So you can pick. But if you just like release it and make it public and basically accessible to anyone, then I think it's wrong to go like, you're not allowed to do this and you're not allowed to do that, right? And especially afterwards, right?
To essentially make it fit whatever design you want. So say you want something, that looks a little bit like Powder's, right? That looks like almost her other model, then you can 100% do that. Or you can do it, for example here, like this one kind of looks like a Hatsune Miku, but with bunny ears. And essentially this artist makes a ton of these customizable things that you can just put on and off, change the colors of, whatever, and then you can go ahead and use it and use it as your own VTuber model.
What I noticed after like the whole controversy with me and my hairstyle, that a lot of these like customizable models even got like dreads and such, but none of them got like monkey ears. No.
And a lot of people do this because it is cheaper. It's cheaper than creating a custom model. If you don't know, creating custom models is a very, very expensive thing, especially if you want a good one. So again, sometimes
that's not true. No, it's not true. I'm so sick and tired of these people always assuming like, if you want to get a custom model, like your own personal one, you have to spend a fortune if you want a good one. Because dudes, I'm a broke monkey, right? I always have to watch my spending. I'm not particularly rich. I never have been. And so I got an affordable one, right? Yeah, it took me some saving up to do, but it's not like thousands and thousands of dollars. No, it was $500. Yeah, for me, that's a lot of money. It is. But I also saved an entire year from the 1.0 to the 2.0. My very first banana juju model was $150, and the second one was at $500 with rig and everything.
Fireseed saying cheer 100. Desmond Miles said it best from Assassin's Creed. Hey, Altair, Wasamata you? He gets called a racist by a coworker and claps back, you're a racist. And far as I'm concerned, this is the takeaway, you're only allowed to use my product. But only if you're in the echo chamber.
Exactly. It's a fucking hypocrite. Like, you're pointing it out that you're a racist. Doesn't that technically make you the racist? I'm just saying, right? The one, we have a Swedish saying, den som nämnde den klämde, meaning he who smelt it, he dealt it, right? So, yeah. But again, I'm so sick and tired of this mentality that if you want to become a successful VTuber, you can basically start for free. There are free models, there are customizable ones, and there are cheap, affordable custom models. Like I said, my very first model of Banana Juju, $150, including rig and artwork. That was the 1.0. The second one was $500. I had a year to like, with the help of my supportive community, save up and upgrade my model. And I'm just so tired of these people going like, yeah, it's a fortune. It cost millions just because the circle of the top VTubers are spending more on the models than my house and everything I own cost combined. And good on them. They are successful streamers. They have a huge audience. They can afford it. But if you just have like 10, 15 viewers, Why would you spend like $20,000 on a model and rig? Huh? That's fucking ridiculous. Come on.
Really, really good VTuber model artists or riggers as well can actually, you know, make these kind of models so you get a high quality experience. And that, yeah, maybe, you know, you won't be able to get the exact model that you want or that was in your dreams or whatever, but you're going to be able to get something close to it and something that will at least satisfy you for now until maybe you can make, you know, enough money or whatever to get a fully custom one. Or sometimes people just like to, like I'm assuming in Powder's case, people just like to experiment with the customizable ones anyways because it's fun just to switch up your model every now and again without committing to that full like VTuber, you know, makeover kind of thing where you have to pay a ton of money, right? And I think that is pretty understandable,
just like middle
you know, to do. So essentially, yeah, this was the kind of model
don't have
page
millions
or
of dollars
the
on the
model
bank
sheet,
account.
whatever she was using to create this model. And this person has responded by saying, hello, we request that you no longer use this model due to, sorry, to make extreme remarks. This is a customizable VTuber model and your controversial statements may make other Liz Meta users feel uncomfortable and offended. We
just ridiculous. Like the who gives it, like other users are gonna like don't start using this because they don't like your content or we have decided you said something wrong. And she didn't. All she said, other people are calling her racist, and so what? It's not going out and
do not insist that you delete your previous videos. It was sorry, what? It would be greatly appreciated if you choose to do so, but we ask that you refrain from making extreme videos using our models going forwards. Otherwise we will revoke your model usage rights, which I do think is pretty interesting, right? Because you know, Powder clearly has paid for this model. Powder has paid to use it and is using it, I would say so, in a pretty fine way, right? Of course, you know, she's making comments about, you know, people calling people racists and whatever, sure, but I don't think that exactly classifies as extreme behavior, right? Yeah, sure, if she was like doing some other stuff, which obviously I probably can't even say on YouTube, then maybe, sure, I could understand, you know, wanting to have it, you know, having how to stop, you know, using it or whatever, because it could look pretty bad on them.
Yeah, but not even then, because I don't know who has the right to go like you can you are allowed to do this and you're allowed to do that. If you publicly sell your model to customers like openly without choosing specifically who you're working with, right? You like literally put the files out there and anyone can purchase it, and then you're basically telling them what is okay and what not. Then you have to do that in the rules before you like, so people can read this and not purchase it, which Powder did. And then afterwards, I hate to say it's like she already purchased it, and you can't just go like, oh yeah, by the way, and the fuck. Yeah, it's ridiculous. This whole thing is spinning out of control.
And also other people that are using similar model designs. But in this case, she's not even doing anything that bad, right? And I think that, you know, they're saying we will revoke
she's not doing
your
anything
model
bad
usage
at
rights,
all.
which I don't understand what that means. Like, what are they going to do? Like, go to a house, like, delete it from a PC?
Yeah.
Like, I'm unsure on how you're supposed to...
Get the frying pan over her head and then just like, that's ours now. Could you get the refund for the model? I don't think so. I mean, can't just like withdraw something that, because she already got it, right? It's already there. It's already been a transaction. It's like, I don't know. You're going into a restaurant, ordering a steak, and then decide after you ate half of it that nah. I don't know. I don't want it anymore. Or the restaurant owner changes the rules and goes like, you're only allowed to eat a quarter.
Revoke a model's rights. I guess like the only thing they do is just be
so ridiculous
about how against they are using it. But apart from that, you can't really do much. She has the file. She has the kind of thing, and you know she's paid for it. So she could do whatever the hell she likes with it, right? And
How is just taking a piss out of a lot of situations, right? We all seen it. Like the world is loves to bash in on people and spin stuff out of control. And there's a lot of bullshit going on Twitter, like the whole Amelia thing with the British government funding a video game that's supposed to teach you that it's fast to love your own country, right? And that's it. It's just a bad thing. You love your country, you're a bit and a fascist. And people love to go around on Twitter and go like, oh yeah, look, that's a controversial VTuber. I bet she's a racist. So look, she loves bananas. She must, like, they accuse me of blackfacing and stuff. I don't know what's going on with their freaking minds. I refuse to acknowledge their point and go like, yeah, okay, there's a lot of people out there who think I'm a racist, and so what, right? What am I gonna do about it? F them. That's it. Just f them, right? Take a piss, laugh at them, spin the whole thing around, make something positive, like I don't know, shit posting about Amelia. By the way, thank you so much for the 7,000 views on the last video on YouTube. You guys, wow.
See, a lot of these do include a lot of TOS things, right? Sometimes these people will include TOS into their models and, you know, whenever you use it, which a lot of people just kind of abide by due to the fact that, you know, it's more, I guess, what do you call it? Like etiquette, right? To be like, okay, yeah, sure, I'll follow by this. But obviously, yeah, Floki here saying that's not how this works. You can't just post hoc remove something, revoke something, or change the terms after the agreement. So
no, you can't.
obviously, yeah, it seems like there was an agreement before, and now they're wanting to change the agreement. Now, someone brings up the fact that on VGen, it does actually say here that you're unable to use hateful speech, which is strictly prohibited, which I'm not saying is necessarily the case that is going on.
What hateful speech? That other people are calling you names, and you're just like going like, yeah, that's ridiculous. It's not even hateful speech. So you're not even allowed to stand up for yourself anymore. These assholes just like, no, we are allowed to call you whatever names, but God forbid you stand up and defend yourself and just go like, yeah, this is not going to affect me. I'm not going to take this personal, right? Who are these people? What the is the matter with them?
In this clip, but obviously that is what they are claiming. So let's just go with it for now. For that's what they are claiming as to why they want it gone. And obviously, yeah, they say that in the VGen thing. But then there is a very quick follow up from Floki saying coffee is where most got it from, not VGen. So there is two sites where you can get it from, which is also coffee, which is the one that I brought up. And this is the model that, you know, she's using, right? And you can also get it from VGen. Now, I don't know where she got it from.
Honestly, $130, that's expensive. For a model that thousands and thousands of other people have? I don't know.
I don't think she's actually said where she got it from.
You can get a customizable, like a
custom
assume that
one for that. It could be coffee because, you know, even Floki's saying here that, hey, coffee is the, you know, biggest place where they've got it from. The line seems added in the middle hastily and clunkily, and it doesn't fit like that. I will need to see a version from when it was released, or there in Endure there is no tampering, and even then, after all of that, such lines in the TOS are dubious.
Yeah, Hiro Nismura, you're onto something. They are bored and insecure people, and revel in the discord and misery, and basically that's what it is. They love to be victim. They just love to feel sorry for themselves, and they hate other people. Then, you know, there's nothing that then makes a bully more furious than seeing that the one that they are bullying is not responding to it, and it freaks them out even more. And then they start throwing these tantrums and calling everyone names. And the ones that getting bullied, we're just like, meh, don't want to deal with this moron.
if they're legally enforceable as the claims would be in
Backlash,
the US.
greetings.
So what they're kind of claiming
Everyone
there is
wants
the
to
fact
be my
that,
enemy.
hey,
Yeah, imagine
you know,
living like
I
that.
think that the line was added there and edited into it, which obviously they're saying here,
God.
saying, yeah, so that line isn't added hastily. It's literally in the first section of the page. You don't need to see anything. It's in the TOS, and the artist has every right to tell them to stop using it since Powder went against TOS.
And these people are fucking hypocrites. They're like, we love everyone. We're so inclusive, so diverse, and so accepting. But then they see something they don't like. They're just like, no, you're not included. No, you don't get to be a part of this. Well, I blocked you because you look like a fucking racist. Just like, what does this say about you? Right? I'm not going there like, I love everyone. As a matter of fact, no. There are so many more out there. Fucking hell, I don't want to include them. I don't want to have them in my community. Dude, I only want the awesome people. Everyone else, I'm gonna tell them. Like, if you come in here acting like a fuck, I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, welcome, you're so included. No, fuck off. You have to earn the respect.
Actually, it is. It's the only spot there is no
These people
space
are
after a
pathetic.
period. It is completely disjointed from the sentence, which is a
Can you
completely
imagine, like, I always think one step further. Imagine like a zombie outbreak, right? And you can pick a handful of people that you really trust and you know they got good skills. And with them, you want to barricade yourself and like defend yourself against the zombie masses, right? These fucking idiots, they're going to be all like, inclusive and, you get to be a part of this. You have a mental disability, you get to be a part. You're gay, you get to be a part. You're minority, you get to be a part of the group. And they shove everyone in there. Dude, these guys are not going to last a week. I'm telling you. Shit going to be falling apart when you stuff all just because you need to have it like be inclusive and have all these mentally unstable people on their team just so we can like, you know, one victim isn't enough. Like, let's make a whole army of victims and cry about how unfair life is and how awful everyone treats us and boo-hoo. Dudes, these crime they'd be the first to go on a zombie invasion. So yeah, that's it. You can have your little inclusive group if you want to. I don't want to be a part of it. Shit, nah.
different topic. It's the only
I
place
only
where
hang
two
around
different
cool
topics
people.
aren't separated by an end paragraph. It looks like she freaked out because someone whispered into her ear and ran onto here and found the section for the title for the TOS and added it to the front and quickly saved. It doesn't flow like the rest, and no, unless she can present a complete TOS from the release, this is too sus, and even then, TOS cannot...
And they did change it after. It wasn't like, hello. It wasn't like, you can put one and one together. All these more, these Twitter freaks stepping up, like, they're always doxing someone, always attacking someone, and yet they preach about like how important it is to be loving and accepting, and everybody should be friends, and blah blah blah, and then they go out of their way to destroy other content creators, like the same that happened with Rev. What is it? Like a week ago when they just like, yeah. Basically reach out to Advanced GG and just like, stop working with this guy. This is bad business. And then Advanced GG, those fucking cowards, stepped down, but they still work with other people that said far worse things, right? Dude, this is also twisted. Diversity was better before 2010. Nobody made a big deal out of it. It was more normal back then too. Modern diversity is literally just a short bus and an insane asylum of it that escapes. Yeah, I mean, look at the Hertzman track. All these morons. What once was a prestige education and, you know, and meant something to join the Starfleet, it now turned it into like this diverse, awful, I don't know, mental asylum where they're just like, red alert, a Starvoke Academy at the Leading Center of retards. That's what it is. That's what it turned on out to. And this is what the whole thing is spinning out of. Like, it's the same with what's going on with Powder. It's just a bunch of more attacking her for speaking up about content, stuff that's going on Twitter, making content out of it, and they get so pissed off that she's making content, she's being creative, she's talking about these topics, and they get angry because all they sit is like bit wine. And now they want to take that away from her by just telling the artist that, yeah, this is not cool. You should change your rules now.
Violate US law to be enforceable. Hell, most TOS disputes from the TOS holder get thrown out. Hope this helps. So, yeah, obviously what they're saying here, it looks like they quickly just went, oh God, you know, let me just add this line. And obviously, as you can see here, you know, they got dot, and obviously they said to ensure the best of terms, they say the use of the model to generate unfriendly or hateful speech is strictly prohibited if you maintain multiple accounts on the same platform. And obviously,
wait, we truly, the model bring you endless creative fun. The use of this model would generate unfriendly or hateful speech. I can't read that, but
no, you know, no full stop, no nothing, no comma, which again is a little bit weird because they've been very punctual throughout the entirety of this entire description. Maybe they just forgot, but I think that is something very important to kind of cover, I guess, right? Because, you know, it is interesting. It is interesting. I'm not saying it was 100% added in afterwards, but I think there is definitely some kind of, I guess, speculation behind that.
Of course it was a 100% edited in afterwards. How do you even show what she made like a statement showing when she purchases this wasn't included, right? That was added in afterwards. And it basically happened after her Amelia take, because a bunch of crying Karens on the Twitter felt offended. And probably, like, I don't know.
And obviously that
getting
would look pretty
pissed
bad
off
on
for
them
no
because,
reason.
You know, you can't just change it afterwards. And of course, Floki says there as well.
You can't just fucking change the rules.
You can't actually enforce this by law even. You know, it's like an etiquette thing. And, you know, a lot of people won't care about that etiquette. They'll just pay for it and then just use it however the hell they want because they paid for it, right? Which I think is pretty crazy. And obviously as well, a lot of people saying, nowhere in your clause do I see a rule where users needed to adhere to any style of content, but I did find this. And they say, we merely provide the model and not responsible for the statements made by any individual users. Said, you said so yourself. You're not responsible, so just move on, which, yeah.
Yeah. And you aren't responsible. Like, let's say I draw a painting, right? And then someone buys it on an auction, I get like $1 million, and then I'm going to be like, no, I don't want my picture that I drew to hang in a house of someone that eats beans on toast. Oh, God, no. I am so appealed by this that I need to make a fucking fuss and change the rules. And if you like beans on toast, you're not allowed to hang your artwork on it. Of me in your house. Can you imagine? Like, come on. Like, the So I have decided out of the blue that everyone that liked the beans on toast, I love beans on toast, by the way, or the bananas and rice. Yeah, you're not allowed to hang any of my artwork into your house, right? And how you think I'm going to stop this? Well, Chibi is going to obviously pay a visit in the nighttime and
I do think it's true. I was Banana Juju here saying the recent sponsorship cancellation just shows once more it's all about money. Oh, this is about sorry, Rev. This kind of got lost in my kind of
yeah,
savings.
you got lost in the sauce,
this is a kind of similar situation, I guess, in terms of like some.
Here's a Banana Juju talking about the manies. No, but this is outrageous. This is. Kazahana, you're absolutely right. This is ridiculous. Like the whole controversy with like changing the rules afterwards. Nuh-uh.
Kind of company wanting to,
What about the
or not
toast and
company, but
beans?
artists wanting to drop them.
Oh, you
but again, it's
know.
not even like an artist wanting to. Actually, it isn't really similar. What am I talking about? But no, it is kind of one of these things where the artist wants them to stop using it. But again, I just don't think, you know, it's just stupid. I mean,
Wait, so
Powder was a
Powder is
huge
right
reason
and
as to why I
Gigi's the
started VTubing.
banana?
I remember watching her in VR chat
What?
content all the way back in 2020 to
Tomato says,
2021.
what the-
She was immensely talented in making.
Oh, because she's so white. Yeah, she tasted like rice. Yeah, we should just have them all. We should have them all. Hate everyone equally. That's what I say. You're not gonna get like pity bonus for, I don't know, being short or being fat or being skinny or being I don't know, Martian green. It's not gonna help you out if you're an ass. Right?
Assets in art. I hate that she was to the side of content creation after taking her break. The VTubing community is no place for political propaganda, yet even so, everyone is entitled to their own opinions and belief. Still, I miss her old content and what she had make when she inspired me to begin my own creation journey. And then Powder actually responded to that saying, "Holy virtue signal. Politics in the VTubing sphere is nothing new. It's
What a
all
fan,
of the standard
huh?
left-wing, socially acceptable variety. It's only political propaganda when it's politics you don't like. And it's only the and it's not like the only thing I ever do is politics, but I say one thing about the VTuber community that doesn't agree with me, and now I'm enemy number one. So now I just say whatever is on my mind. I'm done filtering myself," which I think is fair enough, right?
I look up to Powder too. Powder was a huge inspiration when because she's been going through this quite a lot, like Twitter hating her and you know, trying to cancel her. And when this whole thing happened to me like a year ago, I was just like, well, if Powder can handle this with so much grace and just like brush it off, kind of, you know, that she was a huge inspiration to me how to deal with all this controversy and all this bullshit when people out of the blue start hating you, right? Don't let that get you down. Don't bend the knee. Be yourself, you know, that's their problem, not yours. And yeah, I love that she's unapologetic and that she doesn't care. She doesn't care if bigger VTubers speak out and say something. She stands her ground, right? And I love that about her. And I think she's funny. Come on. Like, you have to see the satire, humor in all this, like taking a piss on the freaks of Twitter. What else are you supposed to do? Sit in the corner and try?
You know, I think that is, you know, one of these things where a lot of people tend to have a problem with it whenever it is something that they do not politically like or you know, stand with, and that is when they have the problem with it, rather than having to you know, be allowed a free discussion or whatever, which is something that they advocate for quite a lot. But
yeah, Dual Wipe you onto this too. Like, stop that. You know how it is as a VTuber, a lot, like, this is actually how Banana Juju started. I wanted to do a ASMR channel, and then before that even happened, I was like, nah, not that I don't want to lean into the meta. No, I want to play video games and I want to yap, and I'm glad more people are standing up. And yes, you can still be flirty and make lewd jokes, but you know, be yourself and speak up about things that you find important. And it's okay to defend yourself even if the entire internet hates you. Like, come on, don't let that affect you. Be strong, be yourself. And it's a huge inspiration. I love Powder. Yeah, she's such a sweetheart. Dude, seriously.
but then never actually practice it, whatever
Monkey
it comes to
noises
that, which I
ASMR.
think is quite
Yeah.
crazy. So yeah, obviously that is pretty interesting. And finally, I just kind of wanted to cover this because I thought it was quite funny. Powder actually posted this saying wow, and yeah, she got paid $271 from Twitter for a lot of the stuff that's been going on. But let me tell you, this post, this one post here, Powder, you're in for a real treat, right? I've had a similar post that has done a similar amount of views, and the amount of money that comes in from this is absolutely insane. And it makes you think, how the hell did I even make this much money over a tweet? So
suits them right. It suits them right. These morons that love to like cancel and bash in on you for no reason. And when you ask them, like, can you provide any sort of evidence or point out to what it is that exactly makes me rage, except of you like saying, yeah, this is the hairstyle, obviously. Well, that's your opinion, right? That's your point of view. This is how you see the world. Me, I don't see it like that. I've met so many white people with dreads. I've met black people with dreads. I even met Asians with dreads. I don't go like, oh my God, what are they doing, right? I just like, okay, so they have this hairstyle. So whatever, right? They're probably surfers or hippies or I don't know, smoker. Like, you get to hear that a lot when you have dreads. Ah, what? So you're a pothead, right? You're like the 90s, like the baggy jeans and smoking. And I don't know. Dreads are in the Hindu culture. I think dreadlocks have been in many cultures all over the world. Like even like if looking back at, let's say, the very first continent, Pangea, and we were all ooga booga, not really washing ourselves and hair twisted, right? There were probably some curly hair Neanderthals where the hair like stuck together. And so I don't know. I don't see it like that. I don't. It's the same like I don't see women that wearing pants that going like, women should wear skirts, right? Women should not be which is not that long ago. It's less than 100 years ago where it was unacceptable for women to wear pants. But we moved away from that. So can we please move away from that? A certain look and a certain style is just reserved for one culture, right? But at the same time, these morons going around and going like, oh, we should be so diverse, we should be so inclusive, sprinkle in a lot of different cultures and let's delete the borders, let's all blend it into one, right? At the same time. But then when someone is like, yeah, I don't think like that, terms and looks, right? Then all of a sudden, yeah, but it's a right? That's a I don't know how they're spinning shit around. And that's basically what happens to Powder. She speaks up about Amelia. She gets a customizable model to play into this, right? This Amelia character about like how ridiculous it is to be a fat for loving your country. Which I also like, I stand with Amelia, right? You should be proud of who you are, what culture you belong to, and that doesn't make you a racist. That makes you maybe a nationalist, but a nationalist isn't a racist, right? And so she plays into this, and then the internet is trying to bully her away from this platform. And yeah, she got banned. She did get banned. Look at this. Powder banned just now. Has been temporarily banned. Twitch partner. The thing is, I DM'd her. I found out quite fast it's not like because of the controversy or the people like that had probably reported her, because what she actually got banned for was combining the chat. Because towards Twitch TOS, you're not allowed, you know, I'm multi-stream, right? I'm on YouTube, I'm on Kick, I'm on Twitch. The chat window here and behind me, like these guys. Hello fellas. Hi fellas. That's all the Twitch people, right? I am not allowed to put like Kick and YouTube onto the screen because apparently I am dividing my communities by doing such a thing. I say I would integrate and combining like, because I know that people that watch on YouTube, they stay on YouTube. I tried to like, I stopped streaming on YouTube and I thought like now everybody gonna come over to Twitch and watch me there. This is not happening. This is not happening. The YouTube people stay on YouTube, the Twitch people usually stay on Twitch, and vice versa. But you're not allowed to show combined chat, right? It's against the TOS apparently. So she got banned for this. Which is also incredibly stupid, considering I've seen so many other content creators that have their chat with, yeah, multiple platforms. You can read Kick, you can read whatever, right? And they get nothing for it. Like, nothing has happened. Like, I'm pretty sure even like their big boys are combining chat. And I mean, it's ridiculous. It's another like stupid thing that Twitch pulls off. Rules for D, but not for me, or like, right? The mindset, so you can dog, you can combine your chat, but you there. No, you're not allowed. So yeah, she got banned an entire day for this. So, which is ridiculous. Yeah, she's unbanned now. It was only for a day, but still, dudes, still. Right? You're supposed to treat everyone equally. How can you like allow for certain content creators to combine that pulling way more numbers and have a higher audience and you know, doing controversial stuff? That's okay. Yeah. And nobody will more here, even though it's oh no, I can't say that ad free. Yeah. There are certain platforms you actually don't get ad interruption, but that's also against the TOS. Like, dude, you are the customer, you are the audience, you pick the platform. I am not here because I've tried this. Like, can we convince all the YouTube people to come over to Twitch? Can we convince all the Kick people to come to YouTube and vice versa? I have tried this because I thought, you know, why am I streaming to 3 different platforms when I can have them all in one? But this doesn't work. And I figured this out really fast. This is just like, I can't tell you what to do. I can't. You guys get to choose whatever you want, right? If you rather watch me on Kick, or you rather watch me on YouTube, or you enjoy Twitch, then, I mean, that's up to you. Who am I to tell you where to go, right? I think it's great that I can be on all 3 platforms as once. And I also see, like, combining the chat, which I haven't done, because I read through the TOS, and I know that once you get like controversial, that people are just gonna like, okay, we'll bash in, I'm gonna report you, right? You have to like be careful, because there's a lot of people out there that wanna do you harm. We have seen that these activist groups, they are capable of many like I don't know, crazy things. So you got to be careful. You got to look after yourselves. But I say this is dividing the communities, because I would love that Twitch would be able to also like read what Kick has to say. Now I get to read all your comments, and sometimes I respond. For instance, now Blue6, hello, good to see you. And then another person just like, who are you talking to? Because they're not like popping up over here. I say this would rather unite than divide. And I mean, Twitch is probably so freaking nervous that they are gonna lose their audience to other platforms. But like I said, I'm living proof it doesn't happen. I stopped streaming on Twitch for a while. That didn't mean that on Kick and YouTube I all of a sudden had more viewers. No, it grows differently. It's the same, like, I don't know, you post shorts on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok, and it's the same short. Yet again, on TikTok, I could have like 1,000 views, on Instagram, 20,000, and on YouTube, just 500. So it's also like very different. It's the same tags, it's the same video, but it's a different audience. It has still a different reach. So I'm like the one that crawls out and just grabs as many ropes as possible, because why only lay eggs in one basket, right? In the powder after being banned on Twitch yesterday. Actually streamed on Kick, and yeah, I'm glad, you know, that there are opportunities that when a platform bans you or decides to shut down your channel, that you still have the possibility to reach your audience. Because I know it's against the TOS to combine the chat. I know this, but I see so many channels do this. And then my question is, if you have rules and you apply them to certain content creators, but not all of them, what is the point of having this rule? If not everyone needs to follow it anyway. That you can do whatever you want, right? It's okay for Banana Choo-Choo to have, like, I don't know, this, but then it's not okay for others to have that. I mean, where's the sense in this? Shouldn't we all be like, you have a company, you should apply your rules and stop being biased just because you like certain content creators over others? I hate that. I just don't understand, like, how you're supposed to function as a company if you can't apply the rules you have to everyone equally. And yet, here we are, with all these, like, people that are always going like, oh, inclusive, everyone is included, everyone is equal. Are we? Are we really equal? Because make it make sense. Make it make sense that so many other content creators can have the chat combined. But Powder just like, no. And I know how this happened. It's because people are like seeing that she's growing. I'm going to stand by my opinions. You can disagree with this. This is fine. It's absolutely fine to disagree or dislike something that you see is like, it's not how I see it. That's absolutely fine. That's you. You should make up your own mind. You should have, like, it's like everyone supposed to watch just one movie and love that, right? And God forbid you watching something else, then you're an outcast. Then you're basically like, ew, we need to destroy her because she's not like us. And I hate that. How very dare you? Yeah, and that's Twitter mentality in a nutshell. Like those fucks. I'm so tired of this. And yeah, they've been poking around on Powder a lot. And I must, big shout out to my girl here. She's strong, she doesn't back down. And she's a huge inspiration to me to hold your ground, stand up for yourself, and don't let these Twitter bully you off the internet. So yeah.